About 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! I'm coming after you. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Check three. 21. Here we go. 11.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, a run with Breida. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Under 10. 10. Shit. 11. Shit.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch the run. Switch. SOS. 11.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon. Complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5. Up to the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 58 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
What you got, Heavy? One, Omaha. Give me some. Give me some.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Okay, baby, let's go. One, Omaha.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Trubisky will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Play action. Now Trubisky going up top for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Let's go, defense.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go, here we go.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Hey, Echo.
Garoppolo now. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Curtis Samuel, 82 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On first down, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 25 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert! 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 21, 21.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch out, watch out, watch out. 65, 65. 21, 21. Here we go. Check 15. 12, fellas. Here we go. Check 80 weapon.
They run for it with Breida. Always got some breathing room. Touchdown, 49ers. with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. This is Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Breida. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Curtis Samuel his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
21. Here we go.
Now a give to Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Pass it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I honestly think they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, Team 6.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They got 29 yards that time. Here's Trubisky.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Breida, he'll try the right side, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
At their own 26-yard line.
Resulted in a touchdown. Looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 20. 11.
Now Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this throw will be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But
now Trubisky lost the football. One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They go play action with Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return is Pettis. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Check me out, check me out. Check, check.
Now a give running left is Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I got you. Shit.
They run again with Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. Now they set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
12, fellas, here we go.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Here we go. Kill. Turn.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Gold is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, 44 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarkrisky Tart. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, one win down, still 3.